Crackers. That's what I saw, Sagittarius, when I felt the energy behind your card for this week, and your card is the Star card. So what it's giving me is breadcrumbs vibes. Like following the breadcrumbs, following the clues, following the trail to get to some destination, but you can't see the end. You can't see the finish line. You can only follow the breadcrumbs through like the twists and turns, right? So it's like you really just have to work with what you have in front of you, but you don't know where it's going to take you. That's the kind of situation that some of you Sagittariuses are dealing with right now. Maybe this has been ongoing, or maybe this is just a specific instance, but the Star card can be like a long-term card. It can be like the future, you know, the long-term future. So maybe you guys for a long time have been following like a breadcrumb trail to some unknown destination. Now, I did see one other thing, and that was hydraulics. Hydraulics, like pistons, you know, which has to do with water pressure and movement of water. Which is a very weird thing. There is water on the card, so the Star card itself has water on it. But the way that I understand hydraulics is kind of like, it's a bit of an adjustment to the pressure, right? When the pressure changes, the hydraulic moves. And so again, it's sort of like something comes up, you know, something happens and you adjust to it. And that's the breadcrumb that you follow, but you don't know where it's going to take you until the next breadcrumb. Let's pull more cards because this is kind of very vague, and I want to figure out where this is going. All right, so we got the Fool card. That tells me, again, like you don't know the destination. You're ignorant of where you're going in a sense. You kind of have to go with your gut. You kind of have to hope for the best because there's no clear-cut finish line end result, conclusion, right? And then with the Ace of Cups, you guys are actually taking this in like good faith. You're saying, you know, as long as I keep following these breadcrumbs, I know I'm gonna get somewhere good. And I think it's true. I think it's true, and I think that's the perspective you guys are taking on the situation that you're in right now. So you're not, it doesn't seem like you mind the fact that you're being led through these twists and turns in life and you don't know where you're gonna end up. Let's do the next couple cards. Seven of Pentacles, that's you guys just holding down the fort. That is you guys, again, it's the hydraulics is like a small pressure happens and you just react to it and it's relieved. So, you know, the piston goes up, the piston goes down. It is just sort of like the day-to-day things in life that you have to deal with. And you guys are doing that in like good, I feel like in good spirits. So Seven of Pentacles with the Page of Cups is like, I did what I had to do. I feel pretty decent about it. I didn't solve some sort of trigonometry equation. I just got through the day, and I'm feeling pretty good about having gotten through the day, what I did do. Let's pull one more card. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Now this is where the Star card's taking you. The Star card is taking you to a place of financial stability, of having the structures around you that you need, like basically having everything you need around you. Having a good house, having a good car, having a good job, right? That is the setup. Having a good setup in life is Ten of Pentacles. That's where the Star card's taking you. That's where I think you guys are hoping it's going to take you. Let's pull Oracle cards and see if we can confirm that that's where this is going. But I think it is. Tell me more about what's going on here with Sagittarius. Tell me more about the crackers, hydraulics. And the crackers also is kind of giving me a little bit of a thrifty vibe, right? Like you don't have a lot of money when you're eating crackers. Tell me what else is going on with Sagittarius. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. The number 8 is all about abundance. And honey is all about, well, having, you know, enjoying your life. Enjoying your life. Now, the left turn arrow is, I think, the fact that you guys are still waiting on the honey with the number 8. You guys are still working towards this level of abundance where you're, like, good, where you're set up. The Ten of Pentacles. You guys are working towards it. And it's like one step after another, the number 2. One step after another. One breadcrumb after another. And you guys know that you're going to get there. Whether that's just like at work where you're like, you know, I know if I put in the work, in 2 years they're going to promote me and I'll be in a much better place, you know. That's kind of the vibe, but in this case, you don't know. You don't know that they're going to give you that promotion. You're just like, I'm just going to do my job and then hope that they do give me that promotion, and down the line, I'll be set up really well. So that's your strategy. Let's pull advice and see if it's going to work. I think it is going to work. Let's see. Any advice here for Sagittarius regarding this reading about the crackers, the hydraulics? Okay. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, see, Two of Pentacles is like living paycheck to paycheck. It's really not having extra, but it's following the breadcrumbs. It's following the breadcrumbs and working with what you have, on that day. Like getting through the day, And the Strength card, yeah. It's just the Strength card with the Two of Pentacles is really resourceful. That is like making your money really count. It's making every dollar count, making, it's kind of like when you follow the trail of breadcrumbs, you have just enough bread to eat. The bread, you're eating the breadcrumbs as you go, and there's just enough breadcrumbs to get you to where you're going. That's the message behind the Strength and the Two of Pentacles is you'll have just enough. You will make it, and you'll have just enough to make it. You just have to follow the breadcrumbs to the end of the road. Justice. There may be a little bit of budgeting that could be useful as part of advice, because we are pulling advice, right? Justice can be math because it's like the equal sign. So maybe a little budgeting could help, but I feel like as long as you guys do what you're supposed to do and follow the breadcrumbs, you're good. Let's see if we get anything else for Oracle cards here, and then we'll close out your reading. Any last advice for Sagittarius? Any last advice regarding the crackers? There we go. The book. Well, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, now this is giving me money management, all right? Like a budget, like managing your ledgers. People even use that word anymore, ledgers. Managing like your budget, your bank account, doing the math. Having a better knowledge and like accountability, like on paper, the book, okay? Venus is money, and the Queen is control. It's having, being on top of your shit, having control over your finances and having a budget. So this is all advice, things that could help you along the way to make the breadcrumb situation less, breadcrumby. Like you're just eating crackers, right? So there is something about fiscal responsibility, writing stuff down, doing the math that could help your situation too. That is coming up with these cards. On the bottom, we have we have Neptune, which is interesting. It's very similar to the Star card. It's kind of like you don't know where you're going. There's fog. There is fog that kind of clouds your future. Yeah, fog with Virgo. Man, you just don't know where you're going. Fog with Virgo and Sagittarius. You have no clue where you're going. There's literally a fog that clouds the trajectory of your future. And you could only go on, you could only follow the breadcrumbs. I mean, it is what it is. I think that's it. There's one more card. Any last card here that wants to come out for advice? Oh, there we go. Aquarius. It's interesting because Aquarius is, it's going down a weird path. So the breadcrumbs are not necessarily going to take you somewhere normal. You might end up having to learn a different way to manage your finances. Maybe this is like eccentric. Maybe this is a new way of managing money, or it's taking you just down an unorthodox trajectory. That's Aquarius. So that's it. That's going to be it, Sagittarius. Thank you guys for being here. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, don't forget to follow the channel, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next time.